Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. And for today's lesson, we're going to have the week 10 module of the oral communication in context. This is for my grade 11 students. Okay, and congratulations for doing your job well, yes, for submitting your outputs on time. Okay, so for this regard, at this time, we're going to have the week 10 module here is the delivery for different speech situations. So I know for a fact that from the previous modules you had, you were able to practice your speaking skills, right? Yeah, so different speech contexts, speech styles, or different deliveries. Now, for this one, we're going to have a different way of, yes, of course, delivering our speeches, not just inside the classroom. Because, yes, for today's, for your batch, as you can't experience having the speech delivery inside the classroom. Okay, but I think it is more challenging on our part, okay, to deliver speeches outside the four corners of our classroom. Okay, so these speaking situations will not happen just basically inside the classroom. We will be talking about varied situations in which the environment is not so familiar to us. Okay, so we have here, according to Young and Travis, okay, many people fear public speaking initially, but they learn that it can be mastered. Your butterflies may never go away completely, but you can gradually learn to appear calm and to be confident in public speaking situations. Like anything else in life, it takes time to improve. Make sure you take the time to practice. Okay, so with a gradual practice, or the constant practice rather, we gradually improve. Okay, it can hone our our speaking skills. Okay, I totally understand that not all of us are born speakers. Okay, you didn't get out from your mother's womb and then you can already speak well, right? I mean, you don't do that way. Okay. But there are actually others, yes, who are just naturally, yes, born speakers. But for some, they also invested themselves in, yes, intensive training, okay, so that they can hone their skills. So in our case, we don't have that investment yet. What we can invest is, yes, this education, and this video will also help us how to improve or how to hone our public speaking skills despite your stage fright. Yes, I am one of you. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so we'll help you here in our discussion for week 10. Hopefully, yes, we can eliminate, we can have that fear be taken away. Okay, so aside from prayers, I hope, yes. So here, we do have ways. Okay, so we have more examples. There are 5 actually. Okay, the different speaking environments. Okay, these can really hone and challenge your delivery, your speaking delivery skills. Okay, so hopefully after this you'll try to do that one. Okay, in different aspects. Okay, as to the video or the lesson is providing us. Okay, the first one here is speaking to a specific audience size. Okay, so how is that going to happen? So we have here on the left side, right? Yes, on the left side. So this one is audience size depends on the venue size. Okay, so if it is a small size only, then probably you only have 20 to 30 audience. That's good for you if you are just a newbie, okay, to public speaking. But if you are already the expert, then you can handle a huge crowd. Okay, but we'll start at just small audience. Okay, so the advantage of this is you can determine your approach with your audience. You can be more intimate and personal for smaller size, more formal for a larger size. Yes, so for smaller size of audience, then you can get closer to them. So more, not really that intimate that we're talking about in our previous lesson. Okay, but yes, since you can get to know them better, you can, because you can also save time for small group okay, of your audience, unlike the huge one. Okay, yeah, so you probably you can only have 2 to 3, yes, from your audience that you can call or that you can talk to. Okay, now we have here. Okay, so yeah, for a larger, I mean, is for that advantage. The advantage for this one is this can be challenging and intimidating. Okay, yes, in both case, for smaller group and for bigger group. Bigger group probably more intimidating or awkward because you will be thinking, what are they thinking about me when they are listening to me, right? So it will also, yes, running to your mind while you are delivering your speech. Yes, that's why you do have butterflies in your stomach. Okay. So tips for this one, okay. Ask the organizers about the estimated number of the audience, sorry, so you can adjust your delivery. Okay. So when you're invited for to become a speaker, then you also have to ask first before you say yes. Okay. So you will not compromise your speaking skills. Okay. Okay. So it's just 20 to 30. Okay. I think I can handle that. Okay, so you go ahead. Yes, for others, they are actually, most of the time they are paid, okay, for you to be invited for to become a speaker. So it's an additional income for you. Yes, really, there is. Yes, it goes along 500, the least one, okay, for a speaking engagement, okay, not less than 1 hour or 1 hour. Yes, it could be. So that's why you have to practice more. Okay, so this is the crowd. So you imagine yourself. And of course, there are a lot of tutorials you can see or you can search, okay, in yes, other materials. So how to prepare them. Okay, that's for speaking with the audience size. You have to determine that one. Okay, you analyze your audience first. Okay, so yeah, what kind of audience you will be having. Okay, are they grade 7? Are they professionals? Okay, so it matters to the speech that you will be preparing. Okay, for the second one here, we have speaking in an open air venue or outside of building. Yes, so it's a way challenging. Okay, so we do have here, okay, the description for this is, okay, open courts, of course, the ground without, outside the corner of your classroom, no ceiling, no walls. Yes, it's just really open ground. Okay, so football fields, example, okay, the farms. Okay, yeah, probably the farms, or you will have orientation for the farmers for the when you introduced a new plant for them. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, and since they are farmers, so maybe not what I'm not degrading them, but you also have to know what language are you using. Okay, so it matters. So you can use simple words. Do not give them complicated words. Okay, they are not as professionals as the other audience that you will be having. Okay, so you also, that's why the first one. Okay, yes, you have to know your audience. Okay, the advantage for this one is you will feel more relaxed due to the atmosphere of the venue. You try to maximize. Okay, so what do you have there? So you try to ask, what's the tree? What trees do you have, or what plants do you have? Okay, so okay, this one you can talk about that one. Okay, so this, okay, that is good. So the disadvantage for this is you will encounter a lot of communication barriers, of course, with the presence of noise, inattentive audience, since yes, they can have a lot of things that they can see or look. Yes, so that's why they feel discomfort, challenging weather. So it's open, and yes, it might rain. So you do have to check on that before you say yes to the invitation. Okay. Possible absence of technology such as audio visual equipment. You can't demand for a visual visual presentation or the AVR or yes. So it's maybe it couldn't be. So that's the advantage. So you don't have to prepare your PowerPoint presentation for that. Okay. And also you might be forced to make adjustments, especially in voice projection. So there is no microphone. So you have to bring your own lapel. Yes. Okay, that's why it's very important, okay, that you have to ask first, okay, from the one who invited you. Okay, where's the venue? Okay, Is it air conditioned? Maybe you are expecting that it is a hall from a hotel. Then you're wearing your yes your suit, and you didn't expect that it's just an open ground. Okay, so that's why it's part of your preparation. Okay, that you have to ask before saying yes for the invitation. So tips for this one is we have check the venue prior to your speaking engagement. Okay, I mentioned that already. And ask the organizers about the availability of the equipment. Challenge yourself on how you can get and maintain the attention of your audience. Okay, so if one of your audience there may be just imagining other things, maybe you can approach and try to ask questions just to get the attention, right? Okay, so it's possible. Okay, let's do have the third one. Okay, speaking in different venues. How is that going to happen? Okay, we have here speaking venues that vary according to a size: classroom, meeting or conference room, ballroom, social hall, auditorium, covered court, open court. Okay, so a lot. Okay, different venues. So the advantage for this one is you will be exposed to different venues, which will add to your public speaking experience. So you will have the next time that you will be invited, okay, with this kind of venues, then you won't have any problem at all because you already have that experience before. Okay, yes. And the disadvantage, you will have to make big adjustment in terms of your nonverbal cues, the volume of your voice, your body language, and your facial expressions, or the others, or yes, etc. Okay, yes. So that's why more adjustments to make. Okay, tips for this one: check the venue days before your scheduled speech and okay, arrive early. Okay, if it's scheduled for 3:30, so you have to be like an hour before or 30 minutes before. Yes, so that you can be more comfortable with the place. It's also necessary or essential. Okay, be comfortable of the venue, and you can have the chance to talk with the organizer or to some of the audience who are also early. Okay, so in the venue. Okay, so for a large venue here, for another tip, speak more slowly. Okay, don't speak fast. I think I'm doing that. Okay. Use pauses frequently and highlight the most important ideas of your speech. And make sure and make use of special or facial expressions and gestures. Okay. When you use visual aids, make them more visible. Okay, because it's a big crowd. For a small venue, your audience will see you up close. Okay. So therefore, manage your notes well when you use them and adjust your nonverbal cues as necessary. Okay. You still have to practice more. Okay, so let's do have the fourth one here. Yes, sorry. Yes, it's too late. Okay, so let's do have here the fourth one. Speaking with a microphone. Okay, others are not really comfortable with the microphone. Okay, yes, so it is more obvious that they are nervous. Okay, especially it's their first time is holding the microphone. Okay, so its main function is to increase the volume of your voice, not to clarify the pronunciation and enunciation of words, but you will become more awkward to that, right? Yes, because what you will be feeling or thinking that your audience is just listening to how you pronounce the words and wait for the time that they can laugh at you. Yes, it does really happen. I was once an audience in a speaking. Yeah, so as an audience, yeah, so yes, as a speaker rather. So you try to find ways that your audience will not have the time to do that to you. Okay, yeah. So you do have to practice your speech. Okay. Advantage for this is with the use of the microphone, you can easily get the attention of your audience because of the loudness of your voice. So you don't have to exert extra effort. Okay, so you have to take care of your voice. Okay, so in that manner, a day prior to your event, please do not drink a lot of cold drinks. Okay, yes, so avoid them. Okay, because you do have a prior engagement already. Okay. The disadvantage, however, is using a microphone can be challenging because there is a tendency to underuse or overuse it. You will not notice that the microphone is not in your side anymore, or not in the center, so you will not be heard, yes, right there and then by your audience. So yes, careful of using the microphone. Okay. So do not use the microphone in which, or in a way that your voice will be, yes, interrupted already by the microphone. Okay. So use the microphone like, yeah, this one. I don't have an example here. Yes, as huge or as a big, same size as the microphone. So you just do that one. Okay. Do not do the microphone that way. Okay. It hides your beauty, because your makeup, yeah, your preparation. Okay. So you just do that one. Okay. So that's my tip. Okay, personal tip actually. Okay, another tip here, check the microphone if it functions well. So that's why, that's the reason why you have to be in the venue 30 minutes before, yes, the scheduled event. Check your voice in the microphone to see whether you are audible enough. Okay, so that's why you might heard others checking the microphone. Do not what do not trust so much about the technical teams that they have already checked that one, and then you will just ask them, did you already check this? And then they will say yes. So yes, you also have to check it personally, okay, because you are the speaker. Okay? They will not be the one who will feel awkward, yes, with the audience. Okay, so you check it yourself aside from the technical. So probably when the technical man checked, it was okay, but when you tried that, it wasn't anymore. So you check it before you speak. Okay, test mic, mic test. Okay, so another one, in a small venue you may not use a microphone, but you need to manage your voice volume well. If you are that confident that you do have, others are actually blessed with an audible voice. I'm not sure if I have that. Well, they say I have. Okay, but if you're not that sure, then you can request. Okay, don't demand, but maybe request. Okay, yes, I demand for a microphone, but you can just ask. Okay, we are now on our last speaking environment for speech delivery. Okay, with a podium or lectern. What is this? Okay, so a podium is the raised platform on which the speaker stands to deliver his or her speech. I know for sure all of us go to church, whether what your religion is. Okay, so the lectern or the podium is what the reading of the Bible, or yes, the lectern. Yes, so that's what they are using. Okay, and I feel comfortable using that because it hides my yes, my nervousness. I have something that, yes, blocks my body. Okay, because I don't like others looking at me or staring at me. Okay, here a lectern is a reading desk, or yes, so we already described that one earlier. The advantage for this, or the advantages, okay, the lectern can be used as a means to hide or cover. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and the disadvantage is some may have the tendency to hide their hands behind the lectern, which will not help them enhance their message. Yes, that's correct. Okay, because others, when they speak, they do have their nonverbal cues using their hand. Okay, but when you do have the lectern in front of you, then your audience cannot see that. So by the time that you can already have your posture, you feel like you are already confident, then might as well yes, go out from the podium, and then you sometimes walk, you talk to your audience. Okay, so that's another personal tip from me. Okay, another tip here, stand straight. A good posture exudes confidence. Avoid gripping the edges of the podium with both hands. Aside from this, also avoid hiding them behind the lectern. Okay, so most likely, yes, the podium stable, or yeah, top is square, so you don't have to lay down, not lay down, but yes, lean, sorry, lean your two hands, okay, on both sides. So just yes, good posture, stand straight. Okay, Well, I do hope I was able to, yes, explain that well. Okay. Actually, for I mean, using the podium or lectern, this is more appropriate for extemporaneous and impromptu speeches. Okay. So you can actually, yes, you can step aside and then talk to and compose yourself, okay, in front of your audience. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, so I'd like you to bring this quote with you. Okay, whatever speaking situation you are in, the most important thing is you master your speech. Okay, so practice. Please don't forget to practice. Okay, that would be all. Thank you for joining the lesson today and enjoy learning. Okay, thank you. Yes, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.